What do you feel when someone tells you just go with the flow? My first instinct is yes, it's easier said than done. It's very easy when someone tells you who's not in your situation and they try to advise you from the goodness of their heart all the time. But when they tell you, you know what, it's not in your control, there's nothing you can do about this, why don't you just go with the flow? And someone who is receptive of it might take that advice and think about it, lean into it, and do what is necessary. But when someone, and this is specific, someone who is not in a mental frame of mind to even accept the slightest word of advice, slightest well wish or anything that comes, that person will not, you will not take it, you will not take it well. You will instantly say, yeah, it's very easy for you to say that. You're not in my shoes. And it's true. It's very easy for anyone from the goodness of their heart to spread a few good words with the best of intentions. But we don't know. I don't know what you are going through because I'm not walking in your shoes. You don't know what I am going through, what I have been through, or what I will go through. You will not understand or know because you are not walking in my shoes. But all I can say about this go with the flow is is not an advice, go with the flow, because the message I'm getting is you are not someone who has been swimming against the tide. You are not someone who has used your entire force or energy to say, I will fight the tsunami, I will swim against it, and I will be the hero, and I will be the only one to show everyone that, look at me, I swam against the tide and I made it. I swam against the tsunami, I survived the tsunami, and I made it. No, this is not what you are about. Now, imagine this. You are in the ocean. How you got there, forget about it. But you are somewhere in the depth of an ocean, not so far gone because you can still see the land. But the ocean, the undercurrents of that ocean in that moment or in all your difficult moments were so difficult that the currents would pull you in. The tides were so strong that the tides would thrash you wherever the currents would tell the tides to go. You would just get thrashed with the tide, and it was brutal. It was so brutal that it is not only the undercurrents, it is not only the tides. There would be hurricanes, there would be darkness, there would be cyclones, there would be lightnings that would, you know, attack the water. At the same time, there are undercurrents. At the same time, there are tides. And all it was doing to you is thrashing you around, taking you under, bringing you out. You could barely come out and breathe, and it would take you back under, and then it's thrashed somewhere else. And that entire dance of the ocean was playing with you as the toy. that's how that's how I'm going to describe it, because this is how harsh the situation was that is about to end. That is why I am saying go with the flow. And the reason I am saying it is because throughout this entire process of being thrashed, being sucked under, being, coming out for a breath of air, surviving the lightning, surviving the storm, surviving the cyclone, hurricane, and everything else that came along with it, you had your entire focus on the lighthouse. Let me say that again. You were focused wherever the tide took you. Maybe it took you there and the lighthouse was behind you. You still turned behind and looked at the lighthouse. It took you under, all you could see is like the glimmering glow of the light. Your focus was so strong on the lighthouse. There was land, you could see the land, but not for a minute, not for a second did you focus on the land. Did you wish within yourself to go to the land or to be saved and reach the land somehow? You did not. All you did was you concentrated your entire energy, mind, body, and soul, and you focused on the lighthouse. Every moment of that entire cycle that you went through, you focused on the lighthouse. And suddenly, a moment has come. And this moment has come when the currents have balanced itself out, the tides have decided to work in tandem with the currents. So the tides have also stopped thrashing around, and it is a moment of pause. And this moment of pause is so small. It's like this moment of pause is the blink of an eye. And in that blink of an eye, your entire world has completed a 360-degree turn. This 360-degree turn is a end of a loop, end of a cycle, end of a karmic contract. Look at it the way you want to. I cannot say what it is, but all I can say it in the blink of an eye, this cycle, your life took a complete 360-degree turn. You have no idea what it was. You didn't even have the bandwidth to analyze it, because suddenly from this entire moment of chaos and barely believing in yourself, am I going to survive the next second? Am I going to survive the next second? It was so intense within you. And then in the blink of an eye, when everything shifts, suddenly everything is calm. And you have, because there's no thrashing, you have calmed down. You have calmed down, and your entire life has shifted. And in that moment, the tide is so gentle, so soft, it has calmed down with the currents, and it is taking you gently to the shore. And this is what your change is about. This is how big a turn your life is about to take, or maybe it has already entered your energetic field and it has begun. And throughout, the only thing that kept you going was your lighthouse, the light, the glimmer of light in the lighthouse. And very gently, now you're going to reach the shore. When you reach the shore, your feet will touch the ground after a very long time. When you're floating, when there is no ground beneath your feet, drowning, not drowning, it doesn't matter. When there is no ground beneath your feet, the center of gravity is totally distorted. The axis is off balance. But now, when you reach the shore and your feet touch the ground, suddenly you feel a moment of maybe it feels like you lose your bearings. Can I stand? What's happening? I'm wobbling, my knees are wobbling, I might fall down. You might fall down as well. I'm not saying you won't. You might, because you're coming out of that, and now you've come on the land and suddenly your knees are wobbling. You will fall. You will get on the knees. You will fall flat in the sand. You will shed maybe a lot of tears because you survived that, and now you're on land. You may not be standing, you may not be running, you may not be, basking in glory, but you have touched land, and you are so overwhelmed with the acceptance of all that has been, and the possibility of all that is for a future that is going to be. And that moment of overwhelm is where your mind, body, and soul aligns. You shed your tears in moments of gratitude, in moments of whatever it is you will go through or you're going through. But this is where you are. This is the feeling that I have. Or this is where you are about to embark on very, very soon. Reason I say that is because there are many planets dancing in the sky. When these heavy planets like Saturn, Neptune, they they dance to and fro, and whatever their dance is, it affects us at this level. And this month is this month is a lot of parties happening in the astral world. In planets are uh, in the final degree. Saturn is in the final degree, 29 degrees, about to enter Aries, and Neptune, Saturn are going to conjoin at 0 degrees and probably decide to, you know, marry each other. I don't know what they do out there. Year of the snake is the snake is saying bye bye to the skin. The snake is just saying goodbye to the entire uh, the playground. Saying I'm off. I have done my thing. I am off, and you're with the fire horse. So there are so many aspects, and they are all it's a dance, but that dance affects us, and because of that effect, this is what has transpired or is about to transpire. The end of that, the dance of the ocean with the tide, tsunami, undercurrents. cyclone, storm, hurricane, everything is over, and the grounding effect is going to take a solid form within us all. And this is where you are. So let the overwhelm come, but that overwhelm is filled with gratitude. Feel the gratitude, shed your tears of joy, pat yourself. I am proud of myself for whatever it is that you have come out of, and look forward to finally standing on your feet and believing in yourself that I will begin my dance now, because they are allowing me to dance. This is where you are. This is what you are going to embark on. There's no denying it. It's just welcome this, feel good within yourself, and stay in a moment of gratitude. This is not a very long message, not a very short message, but I felt this very strongly. This energy is very strong, and I wanted to share it. I wanted to put it across for you to smile. Dancing always makes the heart light, makes a person happy in the soul. So get ready, put on your shoes, put on your dancing shoes, put on some good clothes, and get ready to dance. It's your turn. Well done.